What's going on, people? So I just want to do a quick little follow up as far as like these right here. This is the Nike Pegasus 5 Trail in the Gore-Tex model, right? And I believe I already did one on this right here. There's like the standard one, but I pulled those out because I honestly wasn't sure. But anyway, so I wore the Gore-Tex version for a half marathon trail run for Juneteenth weekend up in DC, right? And it was like a real deal trail. It had rained like so much the night before, right? Like flood warnings were going on everywhere. So I'm like, man, this run in the morning is not going to be great, right? And so that's kind of why these shoes look like they have been through a lot. But I pulled them out because again, it's a trail shoe, and it was going to be kind of rainy, kind of muddy or whatever. More so muddy, not so much rainy anymore. And given that these are the Gore-Tex styling, right? That means that they have the waterproof. Well, they said they were waterproof. I had some questions about it because I thought maybe it's just like water resistant. But yeah. So first off, the waterproof side of these things, right, which is the real thing that matters. Yeah, it definitely worked out very well for me. There were some puddles here and there and all that good stuff, and finished feet were still like super dry, so that was cool. And I also wore these the next day on Sunday to Warp Tour Day 2, still up in DC. And it was rainy that day, and I'm walking around and I'm seeing like Avril Lavigne, Simple Plan, whatever. And still, like the feet, super dry, right? Stick my feet out under the tent, out from under the tent, like where the rain was falling down and whatnot. Nothing got through, so very cool. Now, if you just stand in a puddle or whatever, like some downpour, eventually, sure, probably something might happen. But under normal means, like, yeah, these were actually like really good. So there's that. And as far as the trail aspect of them, right? They have like a lot of ruggedness under that. Not as much as certain other things, sure, but for like a straight up running shoe that you can still maintain some speed in and still have some traction in, these things worked out great. So like through the trail, I mean, a lot of it was uphill, honestly. Like it's like a 1,500 elevation gain or something like that, and some of it was just like straight up and like not the best of days because again it had just been raining. But even still, I didn't have any slipping or falling and whatever, so that was a good thing. The one issue that you could say or whatever was like there's not a lot of heel support, so there was a point where like I was coming down like because it's like out and back, so I'm coming down like almost straight down in some areas, and I hit like one bad step and like ankle does one of those things. Like not the greatest, but hey, it is what it is. Just gotta watch where you're going, right? And then you have this part up here kind of helping keep things from mostly getting out of your not getting into your shoes. So I didn't have that issue either. But yeah, so just running through there when I did have like opportunities to like straight up move quickly, these still held up very well. So I've said for since the three, I think it was. I don't know. I've said it for a while that I'm a big fan of the Pegasus trail shoes. Right, it's like my current favorite trail shoe. I haven't worn a whole lot of other things. I mean, the Cascadias from Brooks, the Peregrine from Saucony. I've tried some other stuff, but like, I just feel like these are probably like my favorite. Right? There's some stuff out there that I do want to try, but also like the price point of these is really good. So you got that, and given like the high availability of them, you can find sales and stuff too in a lot of cases. So these things right here, like they worked out very well. Like it's unfortunate they just look god awful at this point. I could probably clean them up a little bit because again, given like the type of material on the upper here, the Gore-Tex thing, it probably cleans up a lot better than like some of the mesh and stuff. But one thing that I will throw in here again, I mentioned it with these, well, excuse me, with the original review and stuff. These right here, the standard Pegasus Trail, all the same stuff that I just said applies to these because I wore these through something recently and I can't remember what it was, but that's why they look the way they look. True to size on these, right? These fit true to size, no problem. The Gore-Tex one, you're going to want to go up a half size because it's something about like this area of the shoe was a little bit different and it just felt a little more restricted and like a lot less room in there. And just like the Gore-Tex material itself can feel a little bit weird as well. And I said the same thing with like the Brooks Adrenaline Gore-Tex as well, right? Because again, it's just like a different sort of material that kind of gets a little weird once in a while. But all in all, just know this: the Gore-Tex trail shoes are totally worth a purchase in my opinion. It's something nice to have on like the rainy days or whatever. Check out like Dick's Sporting Goods, you know, various other stores probably would have them, but that's the only one that comes to mind. That's the only place I've really seen them just walking around. Otherwise, order them online. But yeah, you can take a trail shoe to the streets and be good. You can't take a street shoe to the trails and be good. And they'll have the Gore-Tex thing, which is also going to be kind of handy if it's like rainy or whatever. So super versatile in that way, right? And they even had a decent color layout to choose from. So lots of good things coming from the Pegasus Trail models. So that's just my take on it. Do whatever you want to do with that. But either way, from me to you, have a nice rest of your day or rest of your night, wherever you are. I just wanted to pass that on. Now that I passed that on, later people.